Alrighty, team. Today I want to dive into AI automation development, Microsoft 365 versus ERP. Today I had some very insightful discovery sessions, conversations with business owners, with leaders, with departments, and diving into the approaches you should take and what is the best fit for you and your organization, and I guess where you're at too in your journey. And so this conversation was very much, do we custom build AI automation within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, or do we go and implement an AI-driven ERP system? Both are great options. Now, you want to dive into what does this look like? So from a scoping and development perspective, cost and timeframes are both on par with each other. It was much and much just these days, which is amazing because ERP used to only be for mid to large enterprise companies, but now essentially we can implement ERP within a SME, which is fantastic. So in terms of investment, time frame, and costs, they're both very, very comparable. So that's not really the conversation anymore. So you want to dive into, like the outcome's going to be this very similar. The outcome's going to be it's about driving efficiency and streamlining operations and processes. So you don't have to worry about that. Where we want to dive into in the discussion around this is what does it look like within 365 versus what does it look like within an ERP system. So when we're tailoring custom built solutions within 365, we're solving very specific problems. So we have a form or a report or we're capturing data. We're essentially looking at a department or looking at any company, and we're solving very, targeted aspects of that essentially department or company within the 365, which is great. And essentially what that means is that when we're custom building within the 365 ecosystem within Power Platform, you're solving that problem, then you're solving the next problem, then you're solving the next problem, then you're solving the next problem. So it becomes very much a linear approach where you're solving the specific task within the organization, which is great. It's exactly what you want to do, but it's very much individualized. And so it's not a very well connected scenario or approach. Which is totally fine if it's a great place to start. Maybe you're not looking for an ERP system. Maybe you just want to solve really particular focus points in your business right now, or maybe you've already got a CRM system. You've already got other aspects and systems in your business, and that's great, right? Because then you can utilize them, you can do integration with them, and you can also solve aspects using technology that already exists in your own ecosystem. Thing about that though is then you've got to always remember or keep consideration around your ongoing maintenance and development. If you don't have the resources internally, then you have to get external resources involved. The cost is considerably lower from a licensing because you're already paying it within your 365 subscription. So there's a lot of pluses, but you need to make sure you have a resource on tap, whether it's internal or external. Typically, your staff members can't do configuration or customization within the custom build environment because it's just not designed for end users. Then we switch over to an ERP system. It's a single pane of glass. It's for the entire business. Yes, you can solve very particular focus points in the company, but the idea is that you want to solve a lot of points in the company over a longer period of time. So essentially, it becomes a one-stop shop for your business. It's one system, one CRM, one ERP, one data set across every aspects of your business. So essentially, all the information resides in one spot, which is amazing from a foundation of a business, right? And especially when you add AI on top of that, it's just absolute game changing. What an ERP does do is it allows for internal configuration. You don't need that external resource. You can do all your modifications internally. So after the foundation's in place, your staff can essentially keep modifying and changing it within the business. So you don't need to rely on an external party. But having an ERP requires ongoing licensing costs. And so you need to weigh up, which way do I go in my business? Do I want to stay with 365 and there's some licensing costs, but it's not a lot? And do we solve really particular pain points in our business because we already have project management tools and CRM tools, and we already have the other systems in place? So we just want to solve other aspects in the business, which is great. And the cost is obviously lower from a licensing point of view versus, hey, let's scrap everything we've got. Let's start fresh, go with an ERP, solves everything in our business, but then you've got the ongoing monthly licensing cost. So you just got to weigh up what suits your business at that point in time. So I'm curious to hear What's your take? What have you faced a similar? Have you been facing a similar decision in your business? Do you essentially scrap everything and start fresh? Do you look at integrating all the systems together? Do you look at utilizing 365 to automate a lot of the mundane tasks? Just keen to hear your thoughts on this because it seems to be a very hot topic, especially in my world this last little while, and I dare say it will be moving forward. Right, cheers, team.